Make this super quick custard slice, not the usual way you're used to at all. And save plenty of time with this method, especially in summer or when time is tight and you're expecting guests. In today's recipe, I'm using some store-bought ingredients. To make the cream slice as quickly as possible, there is also a quicker version of this, but we'll talk about that a little later. For now, I need this board, which I'll place on the work surface, because I'm going to roll out the pastry sheets. You can buy these freshly prepared pastry sheets, or you can use frozen ones, you just have to thaw them. Now, if you don't want to deal with these pastry sheets, you can use biscuits instead. That's how our moms used to solve it, with biscuits. They didn't have much time to fuss with pastry sheets, roll out puff pastry. They would just arrange the biscuits. Handle these fresh pastry sheets carefully when peeling them apart like this. Here with these pastry sheets, you also get baking paper right away. Lay the pastry sheet out nicely like this, then take the baking tray you planned. And now measure nicely how much you're missing. Just enough to stretch it a little to this side too, since this pastry sheet is quite sticky. Sprinkle it with a little bit of flour, just like frozen puff pastry, and roll it out a little. Now take it again and measure. That should be about it. On this other side, excellent. Now transfer it nicely onto an upside down oven tray. Mine's on this side, so I'll show you later. Now I'm taking the second piece of dough. And I'm unrolling it too. We won't roll this piece of dough out with a rolling pin. Why? You can, but I won't. I won't cut it into those squares or rectangles that are meant to go on top of the custard slice. I don't like that part. I hate fitting them. So I'll just transfer this part onto the tray like this and bake it a bit darker. And then crumble that whole pastry sheet. I turned the oven on to preheat to 200 degrees Celsius. This is my large oven tray, 42 by 32. So like this, so I only have to bake once. Because many of you don't have air conditioning in the kitchen, believe me, it's a blessing and you should insist on it. So like this. Why did I put it like this? This can freely go a little over the side like this, if your stove allows it. Your oven. And like this, because when you put this part into the tray and add the cream, it will settle. You'll crumble this part anyway, so it's fine. I'll place it like this. And now I'll prick everything a little with a fork. There. And I'm taking it to bake. Here the pastry sheets are baked. Top and bottom heaters at 200 degrees plus fan, so everything is done as quickly as possible. And then halfway through baking, since I placed it like this. Halfway through baking, do this. Trust me, this part is baked. They need very little time. Of course, I'm leaving them to cool. I'll crumble this part. And I'll place this part on the bottom of the tray. Take the final custard slice tray right away and trim everything neatly to fit. Let me see first. This pastry sheet looks much nicer. Oh, I got myself all tangled up. This one. If I put it like this, it's big. And like this, it's small. Take the pastry sheet and place it nicely beside it, since I'm going to crumble the rest anyway. Take this pastry sheet like this and cut it. This one turned out much nicer than the first one. That's why I changed my mind. So we'll use this pastry sheet now like this. We have absolutely everything. Now this one here. Look at it a little from all sides. Then, for example, cut off this part. We'll crumble that. It's super crispy. If it's too big, we can easily shorten it. Just don't let it be smaller. Here it is. Feel free to press it down with your hand. It'll soak up the filling and soften, so don't worry. That would be it. Now this leftover part. Best to do it on paper, but come on, I've already crumbled some here. Now crumble this part as much as we can. If there are any buttery parts that won't crumble, you can remove them. Prepare everything right away. Pastry sheets cool very quickly. As soon as you take them out of the oven, you can already press them and crumble them. I'm continuing the preparation with this custard slice cream mixture. The package says 800 milliliters of milk, but we'll use 600, which I have in the fridge. The milk must be cold. And now mixing. This is the thickness you need to get. And now move it aside like this. Take another bowl. You don't have to wash the exabeaters. So you take a liter of whipping cream and set aside half a liter of it. Pour it into another bowl and now whip it. We didn't whip the whipping cream very stiffly. And now we take back this custard slice mixture. So we add the whipping cream like this. And then add a little bit of vanilla extract too. And now mix everything together. Add the whipping cream again and mix again. We add it in 2 to 3 additions. Take a spatula again and stir everything all the way to the bottom because there are always these unmixed parts left. That would be it for this part. Take this whipping cream container again. We wash nothing. Then pour in the rest. So it's clear, these pastry sheets and filling come to about 7 to 8 euros for a full tray of custard slices. And this part of the whipping cream has been whipped. Be careful not to over-whip it. We're moving on to filling. Now put this whole mixture over the pastry sheet. Now, of course, do this part slowly so you spread it nicely everywhere. This is even better to do if you have a ring. Place the ring, then just remove it afterward. Now once we spread it, we put whipping cream on top. Come on, let's make some magic now. There, pure joy. This part remains unused. You can sprinkle all of it if you prefer the taste of the pastry. But I won't. Now I'm taking this to the fridge to set. It only needs about an hour or 2. Since we've already been working with cold ingredients like whipping cream and milk, this whole mixture is quite cold, so it can stay in the fridge a little longer. And then before serving, a little powdered sugar on top. I took the first one out. Here it is. That one's always crooked. Now, I'll try to take out the second one. But nicely. Here, you see? Never prettier and never quicker.